Although it doesn't seem like it, this happened quite a while back, probably over 10 years ago now. I was in the later years of high school and was home alone. My parents were at a wedding that required them to stay at a hotel, and my brother worked a night shift. At that time, my family lived in a very well-known East Coast city in a blue-collar neighbourhood that was starting to make a nosedive. As a teenager, I was a bit of a loner. I wasn't a nerd or anything. I was a big dude who had friends and went on dates, but I'm a natural introvert, so I cherished the rare alone time that I got. This weekend I was looking forward to engaging in my normal empty house routine, play some PlayStation on the big TV screen, then order a late takeout dinner and pig out while watching some Dragon Ball Z. Then, around 2 AM, fall asleep on the couch with my old dog, Cecil. Cecil was a beagle who was as old as the hills and had been in our family for about 8 years. He was quiet and peaceful and spent his time begging for food or sleeping. Unlike most beagles, Cecil never howled or barked. He was more than content to rest his head on your lap and spend the night there. Anyway, back to the story. It's approximately 1 AM and I had just finished the last slice of pizza and was dozing off on the couch when I heard a bang coming from the back alley. I didn't think much of it. Anyone who has lived in the city knows noises happen at almost all moments of the night. Cecil's head popped up off my lap and then the hair on the back of his head stood up. He was always a bit skittish, so I calmed him down and started dozing off again. Not more than 2 minutes later, I hear another bang, and Cecil did something I'd never seen him do before. He leapt off the couch and ran like the wind towards the door leading to the basement, barking and growling like a dog twice his size. The look on his face reminded me of a German Shepherd K9 unit. I'd never seen him like that before, which got my adrenaline pumping. Through the dog's barking, I can now make out a persistent banging. There was a seldom used door in the basement that led to our back alley. It was old and rusted and was hard to open, even with a key, and it made a lot of noise. I suddenly realised that someone was trying to break into my house through that basement door. Quick little bit of context for anyone who hasn't lived in a bad neighbourhood. If someone tries to get into your house and moves on after they realise the door is locked, they want your stuff. If someone is persistently trying to get into your house despite the door being locked, well, they want you. Knowing this, I rushed upstairs to grab the heavy wooden baseball bat that I keep under my bed for situations like this. Then I head down to my basement. I probably should have run, but I was a macho teenager with a tough guy complex, plus I had nowhere to go anyway. While I'm heading down the stairs to my basement, Cecil blows past me with the speed and aggression of a dog half his age. Suddenly, I hear a man's voice say, "Oh fuck," and the banging stopped. I didn't call the cops or anyone else, which was probably the dumbest thing I've ever done. I just sat up for the rest of the night with my bat in hand. My brother came home that morning and I told him what had happened. We went to the basement door to take a look, and when we gave it a tug to open it, the whole door fell off. This psycho was one good shove away from getting into my house, but old Cecil scared him off. I'm sure that lazy fat old dog saved my life. When I tell this story to people, they dismiss his actions as a dog doing what a dog was supposed to do. But when I tell you that Cecil never barked or moved as fast as that in his life, you can take that to the bank. It was almost like he knew the urgency, like he knew that door was going to give. A few years back, we had to have him put down because he just had no will to live anymore. Before the injection, I got a moment alone with him. I thanked him one last time for his friendship and for what he did for me that night. At this point, I was a grown man with a wife and kids, and I'm convinced none of that would have ever happened without good old Cecil. Thanks, pal. I miss you every day.